We in the building. We got some hot, juicy, fresh off the press type vibes. Okay. Y'all come on in the room. Shout out to everybody that's going to join me on this live tonight. Everyone that's going to be in the bushes. Okay. Everyone catching the replay. Let me get my stuff all set up and stuff, okay? Hey, Tatiana girl, how are you? It's Tuesday. Almost made it to hump day. Yeah. I didn't even expect to go live, but I got some tea. Okay? Hot and fresh. Girl, I can't wait to go to bed myself. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Like, today was the first day of school, and I'm just working, going to school. I'm exhausted. And then trying to bring my talents over here to YouTube. Girlfriend. We're going to give it a couple of more minutes, see if anyone else comes on in the live. While I'm waiting, y'all, have you seen the movie? Thank you, girl. I'm glad I could do that. Have y'all seen the movie called Skin on Netflix? If you're triggered easily, I don't recommend watching the movie. But hey, Gnome girl, how are you? Yes, he about to tap out. We gonna talk about it. Y'all need to watch the movie called Skin on Netflix. If you're like I said, easily triggered, I do not recommend it because the movie is crazy. I can't even sit up here and begin to explain. Like, if you turn the movie on, your first reaction is gonna be, what the hell? That's what you're gonna say. Yeah, like, Tatiana, don't curse me out. If you go look at it, don't curse me out after. Dude, please don't curse me out after, because you're gonna be like, man, what the hell is this? Like, that's the way I felt. Like, I saw like an image and also a video of the movie, and you know me, I'm curious, so I went and I looked, and I'm like, what is this? Now, what exactly is this? What is going on? Yeah, it's quite a it's interesting. I can say that. For the most part, it's very interesting. Yeah. Y'all check it out. Tell me what y'all think. And please don't curse me out for recommending it. You know what? I ain't even recommending the movie. I'm just saying. I just saw some crazy ish. I also I don't know if y'all Netflix heads like myself, but also been watching this show called Annie with an E. It's an old show. I thought it was new. I'm just tapping into it. No, yeah. Give me some feedback on after you research it. Um, I've been watching Annie with an E as well. And let me tell you something. This little girl is giving me Pippi Longstockings acting, okay? She's not a bad actor at all, but this girl put her heart and soul into her acting career, okay? And the character she's playing is a little girl that is very headstrong. She's very educated. Y'all, see, I'm dropping some gems. That one is a gem. I do recommend Annie with an E. I recommend watching that. That's a really good movie. Something that you can watch with the fam. But the movie Skin, I recommend no children in the room, no one else in the room. I recommend you just peeping in, take a look, and you're gonna be like, what the hell? Okay. And it doesn't make sense, because when you first turn it on, you be like, I know he not about to. Hold on, wait a minute. This about to get cringy. But then it kind of flips and it ends up not being that type of party. Yeah, y'all. I don't want to give y'all too much. And again, don't cuss me out. I'm just saying. It's almost, it's one of those Netflix movies like I don't even think this was a Netflix movie, but the movie Something About the Johnsons. Have y'all seen that? Someone recommended it at work and was like, you gotta watch this. Like, this is crazy. Um what's another one? Swiss Army Soldier. If you've seen that, I would just say I'll put that movie in the place of those movies. Those are all crazy ass movies. Yeah. I don't listen. I'm just a curious ass person, and then I get my feelings hurt when I go watch it, and I'm like, "What the hell did I just tune into?" But anyways, let's get into this tea. If y'all ready for this tea, let me know. Let me know. You know, Kanye and Kim, they've been holding on to this tragedy for so long. Tatiana, I'm gonna be real with you. You ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing nothing again. I ain't gonna be like, these are good ass movies. These are some people that have some weird ass imaginations that created these movies. I'm just gonna say that. That's what it is. Period. Period. They're weird. Weird people. Weird imaginations. Um, but yeah, Kim and Kanye have been on this tragedy for months. And I guess the boat just done rocked over and they ready to go. Let's be real. Kanye been acting crazy. His crazy tail. Kanye be saying, oh my God. Oh my God. When Kanye got up there, was he on what was he on the news or something when he got up there and started crying about how they were going to get an abortion with that first child? Like, the man is insane on the membrane, and we know the Kardashian women, they are prone to turn men crazy. Come on now, one of the sisters got their man on drugs. um the other one, I don't know, they not together. What is his name? Scott? I don't think Scott and the other one together anymore. Like, I don't know. The Kardashian women are just they got some gold between their legs or something. I don't know what they got going on. They even turned a man into a woman. He didn't want to be. He wanted to be a natural woman. Like, he wasn't. He was not with it. And I never got that. I never got that from him. What's his name? What's the Kardashian second moment's name? I'm gonna call him Bruce, but what's Bruce's name now? What is it? Kylie? No, it's not Kylie. Y'all, that's gonna tear my nerves up now because I need to know what the name is. Is it Caitlyn Jenner now? Oh yeah, yeah, Caitlyn Jenner, and that's crazy. When you go look up Bruce Jenner, her name has been changed in Wikipedia to Caitlyn Jenner. And y'all know, Caitlyn was originally born Bruce Jenner on October 28th, 1949. A retired Olympic gold medal winning. Um, let's see what else I see here. He played college football, all that good stuff. That's so crazy. Like, when he was on the TV show, let's be real, the mama did used to run him. The mama ran him, but my uncle's bipolar. I know what crazy is when you don't take your pills. He needs to take his medication. Yeah. Caitlyn Jenner. I never got that from when she was Bruce on the show. I never got that from him. You know, I always thought that Bruce was soft spoken, but the mama ran the show. Like, you could tell she ran the show all day and night. Let's be real. Chris don't play no games, not even down to them kids, okay? Even down to I can't think of everybody's name. You got Chloe, you got Kim, you got Kylie, Kendall, and I'm missing somebody. It's the one that didn't put deodorant on after she was pregnant because she ain't like the smell of it or something, or while she was pregnant. The one who used to date Scott, if that's his name. And then you got the brother that got the baby by Black China. I can't keep up with these folks' names, but let me tell y'all something. Them women, again, got something mean on them. And now that Bruce has turned into one of the Kardashian, even though Bruce is not a Kardashian woman, I still include him because he's part of the family no matter what. no matter what. But after Chris made Chloe lose that weight, because Chloe used to be the thick one. She used to be thick and she didn't look how she looked, even though they had all that money. Now she looks like a fine diamond, okay? And I'm not saying she was ugly before. She wasn't. She wasn't an ugly woman. She was just thick and in her own. She was feeling comfortable in her own skin. But Chris wasn't having that. She needed all of her daughters fine, fine. Fine, fine. That's what I got from that. Even down to the son. Y'all remember the son? He got into depression and then he found Black China, and I think he was starting to lose a little bit of weight. But then he sank back into the depression and gained all that weight. That used to be a fine man. That man used to be fine when he was slim, and I ain't saying nothing wrong with being thick. Bro, when you called her the North Korea president, Kim Jong. Is that what he called her? Wait a minute. Y'all. Stop playing. Make sure y'all thumb this live up while y'all coming in the building. What's up, everybody? Yo, get out of here. I did not know Kanye had called Chris Kim Jong. But I will say this, the women that end up getting into the family, like how the brother, what the hell is the brother's name? My God, I don't know anybody's name. Look at this. Let me pull up the Kardashian family because I need to know everybody's name because I'm so bad with names. All right, we got Kim, we got Kylie, we got Kendall, we got Chloe. Chloe, Caitlyn Jenner, Courtney. That's who I was missing. Rob, and then the dad's name was Robert. I got it. And then of course you got the powerhouse to it all, Kris Jenner. My whole thing is, before we get into Kim and Kanye, let's be real. Who were they? Before they got on TV and had their reality show that started at the beginning of the 2000s, who were they? The only person that really was a celebrity was Bruce, because he was an Olympic. What did he do? Y'all know what I just said he did. He was famous for that. He was in the Olympics. But as far as the Kardashians, their dad was a person that was famous because he handled the O.J. Simpson case. I want to say. Hope I ain't giving out bad information. Yes, so it was O.J. Simpson's murder case. So he was the one that handled that case. Y'all know O.J. got off, but O.J. did it. That's what they said. To this day, O.J. still getting in trouble, okay? He couldn't just set his ass down. You done got off a whole murder case. You just couldn't set your ass down somewhere. But they really wasn't anyone. Kim made the family famous off of her sex tape with Ray J, and then she started dating the football player. Y'all remember when the show first came out? They always had money. They were rich, but that was it. Chris made sure she pushed this stuff so they can get out here, get their own stores. Kylie Jenner is like the youngest. What is she, a millionaire right now? Kendall, she's the modeling. Chloe, she running behind ball players. Courtney, she the only down to earth one that I see. She annoying at times, but she really ain't doing too much like her other sisters. Kendall and Courtney are the only ones that staying low key. Everybody else in the family, they got to be in your face. They got to be in your face, okay? Bruce Caitlin's son Brody was famous for the heels. Yeah, I remember that show, The Hills. Tatiana said OJ is guilty, and I said it is. And then he going around stealing his own stuff. You know, you remember, I guess they had auctioned off like his football stuff, and he went up in the person's what was it? He went in the hotel room. I forgot what the man did, but he couldn't just set his arse down somewhere. You done got off a whole murder case. No, you done killed that woman. Like, well, since I was born in 92. Okay. And that's the biggest thing of my life that I always heard about was O.J. Simpson's case. That was a big thing for me. So imagine when I do have children, they ain't gonna really know nothing about that unless I talk about it. But that was a big thing for me. So the fact that OJ's still out here wilding out, that's just crazy to me, man. You almost 70 years old. Sit your ass down somewhere. You on parole. Girl, people just don't know how to take their second chances and go ahead and sit. One thing about me, if I would have got off on a murder case, and I know for he probably couldn't leave the United States or his state for some time after the case, but after the fact, I would have been gone. I would have settled down in Germany or Canada. I would have went somewhere else. Okay, and sat my arse down somewhere and would have stayed out of the tabloids. Look, it's so many celebrities that stay low key that you might have thought was broke, but they ain't broke. They just not in your face. Like these people that got to be in your face. Now, I know I done went all the way across America, so let's talk about Kim and Kanye. So they got a couple of churn. I don't know how they've been popping out these churn back and forth. It seemed like every time I turn around, Kim done had another baby. And she really ain't want to have no baby at first. You remember Kanye was crying about that. He was saying how they were going to abort the children. The first child. And, they got Northwest, Chicago West, Palms West, St. West. These are some really cute, creative names. The first daughter was born to them was North. She was born June 15th, 2013. Then came State, then came Chicago, then came Palms. And Kim has been open about her difficult pregnancies. Like Kim was not having the best pregnancies at all. They are definitely really, really cute children. But we know Kanye West. Let's talk about Kanye. Kanye stole my heart with Through the Wire. Y'all remember when he first came out? Like, that was a heart. Like, to this day, Through the Wire is my song. Like, I love that song. Like, that's the realest song Kanye West ever wrote to me. And mind you, after that, Kanye still had really, really good music. Hey, yes, that is definitely fine. Thank you so much for being a new subscribers of mine. I appreciate you. Definitely thank you for joining the Diva Lounge. I appreciate you so much. But yeah, Kanye West, he has had a lot of great music, but Through the Wire will always be my song. And then think about that very first album, college, what is it? High school? No, it's College Dropout or High School Dropout, I want to say. Let me look it up because I need to be correct because that's my joint. That's my joint. College Dropout 2004. That was my album, okay? And mind you, like I said, my favorite song on the album was Through the Wire. And then I would say after that, it would have to be, let's see. What's my next favorite song? All Falls Down. Those are my top two on that album. Yes. Now, Kanye West, he is still a genius. He is definitely a musical genius to this day when it comes to beats, because I know he works with Tiana Taylor. He works with a lot of artists. But when it comes to him talking, public speaking, he doesn't do the best at it. Okay? And a lot of this stemmed from when his mother died. You notice how Kanye, when he made public appearances, he started to be weird. I always thought that Kanye was a little bit weird when it came to speaking in public, but he wasn't as bad as he is now. Like, he just kind of blurts out things, and it's clear that he is on medication. And the Kardashians, all they want to do is push him to go to rehab. They want to keep him in rehab, or keep him with doctors. And I'm wondering, is he getting the correct treatment? Are they just band-aiding things? Are they trying to seek out the right professionals for him? And they have enough money for it? Or is Kanye fighting it? Is he not want to take his medicine? Is he going through depression from his mother's death? That's what I really feel like that's where it stemmed from, because that was his rock. Let's be serious. His mom was his rock. And when he got signed, that's what he always expressed, that his love for his mother. He talked about his hometown. He talked about his struggles he went through. Like, that's the Kanye that I need back. Like, I know you can't stay real through your whole musical career. Because let's be honest, a lot of celebrities, after they start getting that ching ching, they go mainstream and they give everyone what they want to hear. They're not just projecting their music to a certain group. At this point, I need to let everyone into this pot. Everyone needs to get into this pot, right? Oh, Jesus, y'all. I'm going to pray for Kanye, but let's read this article. Yeah, true that. Definitely. So, I have this article from page 6. I'm guessing they're a news tabloid or whatever. And they have here that they're talking about Kim and Kanye. They are keeping it low key, but they are done, says a source. Kim has hired Laura Wazer, and they are in settlement talks. Kim, 40, hasn't been seen wearing her wedding ring, and Kanye, 43, remained at his $14 million Wyoming ranch over the holidays instead of spending it with Kim and the family, who drew criticism for their extravagant celebrations. Kim got Kanye to go up there, Wyoming, so they could live separate lives and quietly get things sorted out to separate and divorce. She's done, the source continued. So, before I proceed, I don't know what's really wrong with him, but it's sad to see him struggle. Yes, mental health. I want to talk about that because let's be real. I will say heavily in minority groups, mental health is not focused on. And it stems from parents. They don't want to sit down and ask you how you feeling, what's going on. And then even into adulthood, adults don't take their mental health serious. Sometimes they feel like it's something that they could just work through, which in some cases, yes, you can. But in some cases, you actually need a professional. You cannot always vent to your family, or your family feels like they can do something to band-aid it, or you just pick up smoking weed or drinking. It does not help. You actually need a professional. It doesn't always mean you need medicine. You have to figure out what it is, how to break it down to get through whatever you're going through. Because when it comes to being a celebrity, or even just a middle-class citizen, low-class citizen, when you're speaking with family, friends, colleagues, people are going to say something's wrong with you. But a lot of people are not going to try to take the time to sit down and figure out what you got going on. Okay? And Kim, she made him go to his ranch and stated that they need to live separate lives. How dare you separate that man from his children during the holidays? And granted, he's not in the right state of mind, so he's probably like, I don't care, I'll go. You feel me? That's what I'm thinking, like he probably was. I know that he does. I ain't gonna say probably. I know he probably missed his children during the holidays. That's very, very sad. Yeah, I hope that even if they do get a divorce, they don't just push Kanye out and make him separate from the family. But they haven't been good for a while, since 2019, I believe. Kanye and Kim, I mean. Yeah, I don't think they have been good for a while. I think this has been going on for some time. But it's just now hitting the fan. I feel like they were trying to do the Jada and Wool thing and keep things under wraps and, keep it tucked under. Just to proceed, the source added that while Kim has done much in the past to protect and help Kanye deal with his mental health struggles, now this divorce is happening because Kim has grown up a lot. I would hope so. You 40 now, baby. You better grow up. She is serious about taking the bar exam and becoming a lawyer. She is serious about her prison reform campaign. Meanwhile, Kanye is talking about running for president and saying other crazy-ish, and she's just had enough of it. Meanwhile, a separate source says Kanye, who becomes increasingly uncomfortable and irritated by the Kardashians' over-the-top reality star lives, quote, is completely over the entire family. He wants nothing to do with them. Adding, he eventually found their reality show unbearable. I mean, what's up, Rima? I mean, I kind of feel Kanye West on that, because that show, they do too much. It's no way that somebody needs a reality show for 15 years. Let's be real. Like, how many people that got a reality show for that long? Even Madea had a farewell play. Like, it's Come on now, how long did Family Matters stay on? How long did the Cosby Show stay on? Even though those weren't reality channels, I'm just saying. Either they break off into something else, like they could have broke off into like Kim or Kanye, like a show. Even though Kanye don't want to be on TV, I'm just giving an example. But they could have done something else. Don't nobody want to watch y'all for 15 years and watch y'all grow up and turn into old dust, okay? They stated, West tweeted in July, I've been trying to get divorced since Kim met with Meek at the World Off for prison reform. Seeming to refer to a criminal justice summit attended by Kim and rapper Meek Mill in November 2018. I remember that. He was upset about that. He didn't like the fact that she met with Meek Mills because Meek Mills, he used to mess with Nicki. So they just, he might have thought he was trying to slide on in on his chicken or something, They state that Kanye also called momager Kris Jenner Kris Jong-un. Oh, that's that's when he called her Kim Jong. And claimed that the Kardashians were trying to force him into psychiatric treatment. Now, I don't know, Kanye, do you need it? I mean, in some cases, I don't agree with the psychiatric treatment because some people need a different path than what people are trying to push them to. Because sometimes those medicine makes you crazy as hell. And you just will never, ever, ever be right again. So I feel like Kanye feels like he's on some get out-ish. And what if he's just, acting this way so he can get out the marriage, and then once he gets out the marriage, Kanye just go back to acting his regular self? I kind of feel like this is something that might happen. What else they have here? I'm trying to see what else is important in this article. So it states that the biggest sticking point in the Kim divorce settlement talks could be over their Calabasas, California family home, which underwent a total redesign mastermind by Kayne and was designed by Digest. So they about to fight over this house. That's what I said, and Rama, you missed. When I said that he hasn't been right since his mother passed. So they about to fight over this house, y'all. Kim, she want her home for her family. Maybe, why can't y'all live in a house together like Will and Jada and just have the separate sides of the home? That way he can still be in his family's lives. Like, it's too many children that go without their father because of the disputes that their parents have. Like, come on now. Y'all know Kanye with just the 4 kids without Kim. Imagine him while they still babies. That man be done went crazy. They don't have to call their mama and their grandma and tell them to come pick them up. They don't have to fly on the helicopter, but like, y'all come get us. Daddy done went off. Like, yeah, I don't agree with them fighting over the home. I feel like maybe for a little while they can still live together. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a partnership. Both of y'all got money. Are y'all seeking to be in a relationship with someone else? I mean, the children are still small. I don't know. Let him keep the house. He designed it. She can buy another house. Exactly. She got enough money. Like, Kim, don't you got the Yeah, he knew who she was, but I feel like Kim changed a lot for Kanye, being real. Like, come on now, Kim at first, she was just all about the ball players, wanting to be seen, but now she's actually wanted to get educated. She wants to be a lawyer. She wants to help, these criminals get out of jail. Her reason behind it, I don't know, but I'm all for women in education. And I feel like she really does love Kanye, but it takes a special person to deal with someone's mental health. Let's be real. It's only but so much that you can do and take, when crazy just get too crazy. Like, think about it. Being a mother already is stressful. You already got these toddlers walking around acting crazy, asking for cookies, asking for candy, want to get on their tablet, crying because you ain't get them the right color shirt for the day, crying because you gave them orange juice instead of apple juice. Like, come on now. You already dealing with crazy little kids. And then on top of that, your husband crazy too. Like, y'all, I'm going to give you the real. I'm on both sides. Would you let Kim defend you if you had legal issues? First of all, I ain't no criminal, okay? But if I was some type of criminal like Shorty, like I don't know if y'all seen Shorty up here. I'm gonna talk about her one day up here in depth. But it's a chick that was flipping houses. That was a I can't think. She was flipping houses, but she was undermining the money somehow. She was getting people to fix the loans at the banks. Like, she had all these $1,000,000 homes up in the Hamptons, up in the Hamptons in New York, I feel like. And she ended up getting caught. Now, if I was in some type of crime like that, yes, I would let Kim handle my case. But outside of that, anything that I have to deal with, I'm going to get a Jewish lawyer. Y'all, I had no big criminal issues, something minor. I actually did get a Jewish lawyer. Like, I don't know why I picked up on this from celebrities. They was like, you get the Jewish lawyer, they gonna chew up them charges. They really did chew up my charges. Like, he was smooth when he talked to the judge, like they up there spitting game to each other, like, but yeah, nah, Kim can't handle no regular stuff. But it was some big stuff, like I'm a career criminal or I got some real big stuff going on. Yeah, I might let her handle it because, first of all, she got pulled, she got the money. A lot of people get out of stuff because of that money she got. You going to jail messing with Kim. Well, you see where Meek at. Meek got out of jail thanks to Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Kim. I feel like, I don't know what kind of task Meek got with Beyonce and Beyonce and Jay-Z. That's another conversation for another day. But yeah, they got him out of jail. So money talk, BS walk. So I don't know. It's not. When I look at things when you go to court, those judges and those lawyers, they don't be talking about your case when they be talking to each other. They be talking about golfing. Who you know? What courthouses you done worked in? They don't be caring about them cases for real. They don't. They do not care about them cases at all. They be talking about other things, and I be sitting up there like, really? Yeah, I'm about to go to jail, and y'all up here shooting the breeze. Y'all supposed to be talking about this case, honey. Really? But yeah, I guess we just got to see how this is going to play out. They also included here that the source said Kim is trying to get Kanye to turn over the Calabasas house to her because that's where the kids are based and growing up. That is their home, explaining she owns all the land and adjoining lots around the house, but Kanye owns the actual house. They both put a lot of money into renovating it. The source added of the advanced settlement talks, this isn't the first time they've been talking about a split, but this time it is way, way more serious. Another source confirmed to us that divorce settlement talks were underway, but they were not yet at the point of deciding how their properties would be divided. So right now, they're just at the point where they don't know who going where, who gonna live where. That's where they at. Like, first of all, let me tell y'all something. If I ever get a whole lot of money, and me and my mans, we married, first of all, let's just go ahead and buy 2 houses. I buy one and buy the land around it. You buy one, you buy the land around it. So it's not as if it's a plot to get a divorce if we want to get separated, but at the end of the day, if we split, it ain't no question about who gonna take what and who gonna do this. If we got a joint account, let's just split it down the middle. You take your half, I take my half. And then I got my money that I made for whatever my business ventures are, and you got your money. People don't think smart when they get into these relationships, okay? I get it. When you get in a relationship, it's like it's all, and we're going to conjoin it, we're going to combine. But that ish is hell when you try to separate, and then you sitting around like, damn. Financially, this ain't a good move. It becomes a business move. It becomes, I'm still waking up to you every morning because we can't settle on splitting this ish up. Okay, this go all the way down to lower class people, all the way up to the rich people. Let's be serious. Sure is. Kanye, what's gonna have to sell some more of them flip flops so he can buy that lot from her? Um, it says this will be Kim's third divorce. Damn, I didn't know Kim was married. Yeah, she did have that marriage on TV to that guy, and then that's when she got with Kanye West. Well, damn. She previously hired Weiser for her divorce from basketball player Chris Humphries. Weiser, who also represented Angelina Jolie, Britney Spears, and Johnny Depp, has not immediately was not immediately available for comment, but the Power LA divorce lawyer is well known to advocate for her clients to negotiate and agree a confidential settlement before any divorce papers are filed in court, because LA divorces are more public than in New York. This ensures that more of the proceedings remain secret. Kim and Kanye were married in 2014 in an over-the-top ceremony in Italy. They have 4 children, which we already mentioned. Reps for both Kim and Kanye didn't immediately comment. Girl, she's going to take half all his shit. I already know that. When you invest in a relationship and you got assets, it gets ugly in a divorce settlement. I know. Prenups or nah. They both should have had a prenup. I think they did. If it's an argument about land, and so if they got a prenup, they were dumb then. Why would this lot be mine and then you put your house on it? That's dumb, because if we signed a prenup, all I got is this lot and then you got this house. So technically I can still come to this house. Technically. Yeah. That's it gets real ugly. That's why you gotta really, really think hard about what you're investing and how you're handling things. Because I'll be honest with y'all, when I go to buy a house, I'm not being rude, I'm not being shady, but my thing is, if I'm married, I want only my name on the deed in the house. If you put your money into the house, that's your decision. Because baby, if we split, your ass is getting up out of here. We not selling no house so you can get your money and I have my money and then gotta find somewhere else. No, honey. I'm gonna make sure, first of all, it's something that I can handle by myself if I needed to. And whatever you want to contribute to the mortgage, you do you. But baby, my name is on this. This is mine, and you can leave. I know that sounds so crazy, but y'all, I don't have time to be playing with people and these settlements and trying to say, well, this is my house, I'm not getting out, I'm not leaving. Yes, you are, because you ain't on my damn deed, you ain't on the mortgage, you ain't on nothing. You gotta walk. But we shall see how this will play out with Kim and Kanye. You do know that Cardi B people fall in love and think that the shit's gonna last forever. Statistics says different. Absolutely. Even the people in the 50s and the 20s and the 30s got walked away from, okay? That little shack, okay, the man put the woman out and brought another woman in there and had some more kids. So ain't nothing guaranteed but this life and going away from this life. You hear me? And life ain't even guaranteed. Only thing is guaranteed is death. Period. They did. I just saw it. She's about to get a lot. Woo! Listen, this is going to be messy, messy, messy. And I look at a lot of celebrities that claim they're going to file for a divorce, but I think that they sit back and look at what they own and their assets, and it ends up being a good business decision. So they end up deciding to just work it out. Look at Cardi B and Offset. I don't think this. First of all, I do think that they do love each other, and I think they just crazy as hell. But I also think that they actually sat back and was like, "Baby, we not gonna make it without each other." Even though we both have money, it's a better look if we're together. So it's a business move in a lot of aspects. You feel me? But like I said, we're gonna have to see how this all unfolds and see what's going to be good and what's going on with Kim and Kanye. Hopefully Kanye, if he does end up splitting from Kim, that he finds him a good woman that will take care of his heart in reference to his mental health. I really feel like he needs someone. He needs a family member. He needs a good woman. He needs a good friend. Someone not to be alone at all. He does not need to be alone at all. He needs to have a good friend. So, next on the docket, we're going to get down to Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty. They have a messy, marriage right now. Kenneth Petty raped a young woman when he was 16, allegedly. And she spoke out about it. I do have a video from her speaking out about it, what happened. But right now, what's happening is, he moved and they're trying to do things, and Kenneth needs that off of his background that he had this rape charge. Even though it happened years and years ago, he still has to register as a sex offender. He went to LA and I believe he did not register as a sex offender. So he got in trouble. So in turn, they're trying to pay this lady off. Her daughter is on the internet going off about the situation. And the lady just wants them to leave her alone. She just wants to be left alone. You got Nicki reaching out to her. You got people from their old hood reaching out to this lady, like pretty much threatening her. She has had to move several times. We're going to watch her video that she put out there. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me get it. I had to find the video. $1 million for every year in the mansion plus. That's why you got to do the sister wife thing. First of all, and Ryan, but don't come up here talking about that that sister wife stuff, because I told you I don't play that mess. Listen, and I think she's scared because I'm gonna let y'all listen to the video first, and then we gonna talk about it. So y'all can see what's really good, what Nicki really got going on with her life. We've been on a tragedy for months. Yeah, I was up like 3-4 o'clock this morning watching these videos. Yes, I was. Don't ask me why. I was just up. Wow, why does it seem like the video is gone? Let me look it up. Let me look it up, y'all. Let me see if I can find this way, because y'all, it was in my history. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, here you go. I found it. I was about to say, oh no, I hope they ain't got rid of the video. What happened? Okay, we gonna tune in. If this is something that might trigger you, I do not recommend it, because she's gonna tell the story, not in too much detail, of how she got raped by Kenneth Petty. So let's share our screen so we can get tuned in. We've been on a tragedy from us.
So I decided to make this video because I feel like even though it's something that happened 26 years ago, I'm still living with the effects now. On September 16th, 1994, it was a Friday morning.
Can y'all hear it?
I left my home on my way to a city bus stop, headed to school. I was going to John Adams High School at the time in Queens, New York. And I was met at the bus stop by Mr. Kenneth Petty. At the time, I knew him as Kenny. We grew up in the same neighborhood. My mother and his mother used to run the streets together. His uncle worked at the local tire shop that was there on Rockaway Boulevard. I didn't know his whole family, but there was a few members of his family that knew me and my brothers because of who my mother was. On this day, I went to the bus stop, and Kenny was there at the bus stop. Um, he asked me where I was going. I said I was going to school. I asked him where he was going. He said he was going to school. I said, "You're lying," because I never knew Kenny to go to school. Kenny was a bum. He was a street guy.
He was a bum. He still looked like a bum. Period.
He was hanging out with street dudes. That's what I knew him for. I knew him as a street drug dealer. Unfortunately, this day ended up really bad because he forced me into his home. He violated me. And granted, this was only 3 blocks away from my house. I chose not to go home because I figured if I went home, nothing would get done. And I knew the kind of friends that Kenny hung out with, and I felt like they would feel that they could do the same. So instead, I ran to school. My clothes was messed up, my hair was messed up, I had a cut on my face, and I had a cut on my stomach. And I told the officers there at the school what had just happened. They called for more police. They put me in a police van. They asked me if I could show them the location where it happened. I took them to the location, which happened to be his house. I did not know it was his house at the time. I had never been to his house. Kenny was still there. He got arrested. They took me to the hospital. I had to do a rape kit and everything. They took my clothes. They took everything from me and put it in a paper bag, and they seized it. When I got home, I was told, "Sorry, you got raped, but you should have screamed." Hence the reason why I didn't go.
Wow.
When all of this happened, I was living with the foster family. And because I was living with the foster family, they didn't want any issues and they didn't want any problems. So they listened to whatever Kenny's parents said. Kenny's parents showed up at my house. They spoke to the lady who raised me. They told all kind of lies and said that I was dating their son, which I didn't even know Kenny's dad. I didn't even know who he was, but he claimed he knew who I was. The amount of stuff that I went through at that time, I literally had to get out of the state of New York when I was 16 years old in a hurry because people was threatening my life. They was threatening my little brother's lives. I had issues going on in the house within family members because they felt like, what made me so special to where I get to press charges against somebody who violated me when, in most families there are secrets and there are things that are covered up and hidden.
That's so sad, y'all.
Sexual assault is one of those things. I have been molested since the age of 4 in that household by different people. It was always said to be my fault. I must have had my hair out. I must have been smiling in his face. I must have done something to warrant it. So when this happened outside in the street versus at home with so-called family members, I knew I had to do something. So this was in 94. In 2018, December of 2018, or 19, I don't know, he surfaced with Nicki, and it was a big thing where people started looking up his rap sheet and speaking about what he had did. Now, granted, I know he's supposed to register as a sex offender. I have nothing to do with that. That was the plea deal that he took. He chose not to register when he moved to California, and this is when all the trouble resurfaced. Nicki made a post on her page stating that we was in a relationship. He was 15, I was 16, and it was because of my mother, the reason why charges was pressed. That is a lie. I never lived with my mother. I wasn't raised with my mother, even though my mother was a part of my life. She wasn't a part of my life in that way. That is false. We both can.
So we have 6 more minutes left in the video, but let's talk about what we've heard so far. So we know she was in a foster home. She didn't want to go home first. She went immediately to the school, which I'm glad she did because he was still, he was able to get convicted, locked up. I just hate that she has to go through this. Like, I want to know what Nicki sees in this man. I can't question anyone's love for anyone because from my knowledge from watching the young lady's daughter's video, it seems like Nicki already knew him from back in the day from running in the streets with him. So it was like maybe some hometown love type of situation, but he's a bum. Like, let's be serious. He's a bum, Nicki. Like, what do you, how can you discredit another woman and then make tweets and state that, they were in a relationship? Like, don't get me wrong. I love Nicki's music, but this right here is so disgusting to me. And I know for a fact, ain't nobody just going to sit up here 26 years later and tell a lie. After he's a convicted sex offender. Like, come on, Nicki, you trying to pay this lady $20,000. You trying to pay her $20,000 to be quiet, to expunge this, to change up her story. Baby, first of all, you gonna pay somebody off. Not saying that she should take the money. You need to come up a little bit more money than that. You want to pay somebody off, you need to come up on a little bit more money than that. And I don't think she should take any amount of money from you at all. But you insulting her intelligence right there, talking about, let me give you $20,000 and we gonna hush hush this. People make more than that in a year on a minimum wage job. Let's be serious. Stop. You playing in her face. You're playing about things that she has to live with. She can't even live where she wants to because of y'all. Girl.
Kenny and I were both 16 at the time. We were never in a relationship. And I spoke about that. I spoke to a blog, Candace at Tea Time, or Tea Time with Candace. I don't know, something. I spoke with her, and it wasn't about Kenny. I didn't need to speak about Kenny. I didn't feel the need to tell my story because my story had already been told. Hence the reason why he was arrested. He went to jail. He did his time, and he dealt with whatever consequences he had to deal with after getting out of jail. So what I spoke about, the reason for me wanting to speak was because of what Nicki said. And I felt like it was a lie. And if she was going to love him and be with him, then she should just accept him and that be it. Not speak.
Bingo. If you want to accept him for being a sex offender, do that. But don't tell this woman to change her story.
But I wasn't a street girl. I wasn't allowed to hang out in the streets. I didn't have very many friends in the neighborhood. I had friends in school, but not in the neighborhood because the lady I lived with was really strict. Well, in March of 2020, I got a call from a mutual friend of Kenneth and my brother, and he said that he could connect me to them and make this go away. And when he said he could connect me to them, meaning Nicki and Kenny, and when he said he could make this go away, I thought the agreement was going to be, if I don't speak to anybody about them, they wouldn't speak to anybody about me. End of story. Well, that's not what happened. What happened was this mutual person offered me $20,000 to write a letter stating that I lied about what I did. I lied about Kenny assaulting me. And I didn't want to do it. I got a phone call from Nicki Minaj herself saying that she got word that I was willing to help them out in this situation because, Kenny had got arrested for not registering in the state of California on state charges, and then he got out, and then federal charges were brought up on him. So she said that she could send her publicist, Joe, out to where I was living at the time. I have since moved multiple times since then, but that she can send Joe out, her publicist Joe, out to meet with me and talk with me about the situation. After that phone call with Nicki, the only contact I had was from street goons. I think she has somebody in her camp called Ganks. He was contacting family members. There was a lot of numbers as far as money being offered, but it was never offered from Nicki, and it was never offered from Kenny personally. It was just people speaking on behalf of Kenny. I have since had the U.S. Marshals come track me down because they got word that I was being harassed to recant my story. I have moved since March. I have moved 4 times due to people approaching my children. My daughter was out one night with some friends at a club, and some random guy approached her talking about he knows who she is, and he knows who her mother is, so she must know who Zoo is.
And we gonna watch her daughter video, y'all. Y'all gonna see this is just crazy.
Between Nicki and whoever she chooses to marry or be with, if they're happy, I want them to be happy. I just want them to leave me alone. I want his lawyers to stop calling me. I want people to stop harassing me. I have since heard that that because I chose not to take the money that they offered, that they are offering that money for my head. I have no.
Y'all heard what she said. Hold on. Y'all heard what she said. She said, being that she's not taking the money, they putting that money over her head. They trying to kill this woman because of her truth. Like, that is so disgusting.
I was offered to be put in witness protection, but that would mean that I would be away from all of my family and my children, and I chose not to do that. My only issue is the fact that after all this time, I still feel like I'm defending myself. I still feel like, people are calling me a liar. People are saying that I messed up this man's life, but it's my life who was messed up. It's my life who has been altered. It's my life. It was altered then when I was 16, having to leave the state of New York. It has been altered now, having to leave where I was living at to relocate. He's supposed to be going to court come the new year, and they're calling for me to testify. His lawyers are saying that they are trying to get his sex offender thrown out. And I instructed the lawyer, like, you're the one who went to school to be a lawyer. So if you're able to do that, knock yourself out. But do not use me. Do not call me. Do not try to subpoena me, because if you do, I'm going to tell the truth. At 16, I was being threatened and harassed to drop the charges. And now I'm being threatened and harassed to recant my story. And I would just like all the women out there who are saying that I'm lying or claiming that I'm white. I am not white. Claiming that we was in a relationship. We were never in a relationship, ever in a relationship. I just knew him from the neighborhood. That's it. And I just really, honestly, truly want this to be over.
Wow, y'all. And that's her daughter right there. We're going to watch her video shortly. But let's talk about it. So let's be real. I see y'all in the comments saying, why hasn't she sued Nicki? Let's be honest. She's most likely scared. She is people that already have money over her head. And from my understanding from her daughter's video that we're going to watch, her daughter has stated that she has small children. So you got to think about that. If she has small children, she doesn't want to involve her children in this custody. I mean, not custody. I'm talking about custody. Into this battle of trying to sue Nicki Minaj. And then Nicki's also being smart because she not coming. She called her one time. But after that point, she's having other people from her camp reach out. So no one can actually pin it on Nicki. Like, if you think about it, the way these lawyers set up and Nicki got all this money versus this lady is just a regular person like you and I. What do she got to stand on? What do she have to stand on at all? It's sad. It's definitely sad. Man, it's just a sad situation. I didn't even know it was this deep. Like, me digging and finding this, like, first seeing her daughter video, like, her daughter's video is gonna make you sad. It definitely is gonna make you sad. Like, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna play it for y'all. Y'all gotta watch her daughter's video. Nicki just need to accept dude for who he is. Nothing she can do now. But I think the issue is that they're trying to do things and he can't because of his record, and he's in trouble because he did not register himself as a sex offender. And Nicki, she's like, oh, well, he told me this story. Like, come on, lady. A lot of us done played the fool and listen to what a man says. But when it comes to cases like this, you need to find out honestly what's going on. And you done had a child with this man. Not to say he would do anything to your child, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful. For a fact. Facts. This is her daughter we about to tune in on.
So yes, surprise. Hey guys, my name is Kenya, and I am the victim's daughter. My mom's story is her story, and that's posted on my Facebook, so you guys can go check her story out. But this, don't come on here looking for the tea. Oh, what happened? Listen, all I know is everything that I know, understand. But her story is different. I'm gonna tell you how it has affected my life, our life. Shit, me and my mom, we was big and bad bullying, and then one day, boom. One day, it just all went out in flames. Can't even go on social media without seeing some shit about something that resonates with my life. I remember one day I was out chilling. I don't know if I told you, I was out chilling. My mom calls me, and I could tell that she was crying. I'm like, Mom, what's going on? You know, the intuition in me. What's going on? And she told me to, go on a shake room and see if they can get her man. And she was like, well, that's the one who, she's like, that's the one who did these when I was 16. And I was like, no. She's like, yeah. And I was like, no. Like, no. Like, no. Wait, no. Nicki Minaj, like, Nicki Minaj. But niggas from Atlanta, they might have been tight with T.I. a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But my mom and Nicki was never friends. But it's a thing where it just sucks that everybody keeps from the same hood. It's so deep, especially like, yo, when you from somebody's hood, and you've heard about them and shit, like, it's just deep. I don't know their story. Fuck that. But I'm gonna tell you how it's affected my family. All right, so that happens. Now here it is, 26 years later.
Hold on, y'all. Let me slow down this speed because it's kind of a little too fast, I think, because she talks fast already.
kept in, and it's like, okay, now this shit's deep. Now I've heard about this story. I've heard about this story since I was a little girl. Because September 16th always plays, well, not plays anymore because I know what it is. But it used to play in my head like, whose birthday is it? But it's not everybody's birthday. That's the day. All right, so boom. I remember the story briefly, and y'all can go check out my mother's story. And that story has always hurt my soul. I always asked her, who is he? Going on Facebook, can you show me who he is? And I could never see who he was. Until now. And that happened in March. And for the last 9 months, I kept quiet about it because it's like, I don't look for attention like that. Like, listen, y'all, all the little clout that I do have, the fans I do have, the clients I do have, my soul tribe that I do have, I made that shit from my genuinity, from my loyalty, from my natural vibe. So having to come out to speak about this because I feel like my mother is by herself. Okay, I have my mom looking through comments of people and their opinions of how they think the story went. Thinking she's a white woman, thinking she's this, calling her a slut, a hoe, a bitch, a liar. You understand? Like, she didn't have to deal with this shit for 26 years, but that's just deep. That's just
26 years, wow.
And then when you got people from where we used to live, where we're from in Queens, calling my mom, trying to get the story to go to the blogs and try. It's just money. But my mom's hurt. She's really hurt. And it came to the point where now I can't even walk in the house and say, hey, mom. We moved to 3 different places since the shit started because we're getting death threats. That shit's deep. I have a 5-year-old sister, bro. That shit's really deep. So we're getting death threats. People saying that they know who I am. You know, I'm a social media person, y'all. I'm allowed to express myself. I'm allowed to be out there and about there because why? Because that's what I do. I'm an influencer. I'm a healer. This is what I'm here to spread the word, but I can't even do that because I feel like I'm being watched. I have messages on my old Facebook. That's why I made a new Facebook. Talking about, I know your mother. These are people who are digging for my mom to change her whole story. How do you ask a rape victim to change their story? And I know it would be different if my mom just came out about this shit, you know, seeing this nigga on Nicki's page, I'm like, oh, I know that nigga. Okay, let me hit this nigga now. No. She went to the police that same day. She ran to school, y'all. She was in the office bleeding. School office bleeding. She took that nigga to jail that day. So now my mom made a video expressing herself. And she's tired. She's tired. My mom she's tired. I can't even drive to go see this motherfucker. I can't go drive to see my mother. My little sister. I have to speak to my little sister on the phone. Like, that shit's sick. Hi, sis. Like, that shit is so sick. Yeah. I need you guys to understand that this is not a lie. This is not a game. This is not a joke. Nobody's looking for attention. My mother did not go looking for this. They came finding her with a lot of malicious intent. I'm shaking. Cool. I bless my space, y'all. I have candles lit over there. Y'all already know. I have protected bitches.
Yeah, this really, since last night, I've been feeling some type of way. I just cannot believe it.
It got to the point where a lot of people was calling and saying that it's a lot of money involved, a lot of money involved. Well, my mother got a phone call, y'all, from Nicki Minaj. You know, it's not really hard to, for one of her people or one of Kenneth's people to hit one of my mom's brothers up, and then hit my mother up. And it's not hard to get to what you need to get to. You understand? When you all know the same people. And it's a thing where they want her to recant her story. Just take it all back. Like, it didn't happen. Because he has a sex offender case. And because he has a sex offender case from when that happened, he went to Cali or wherever the fuck he moved to. And he knows he's supposed to register as a sex offender wherever you go, however the fuck that shit goes. And you did it. So now you have to pay the consequences of moving how you was moving. So now you have all this power now, and you can finally find the person, or you know the person, you can contact the person so that person can take it all away, so you can live your happy motherfucking dead. You do life. Listen, let me tell you something. It's okay. Your life changed for your better. Y'all gonna be happy. You're gonna be fucking happy. But because your life changed, you want to fucking just rip somebody else's life apart? Let's talk about it. That's just deep. It's fucked up. I understand now. Like, I don't follow any celebrities. I don't follow the shade room. I don't do drama, y'all. Y'all know this shit is weird for me. I don't look for attention like this. I don't look for clout. I don't talk about drama with my friends. Anybody who knows me, we don't do drama. Like, what? This is extra.
Yeah, seeing this a second time around is really touching me. And I get what y'all saying about suing, but it gotta be a thing where she is scared, or it's not a way to prove it. I don't know why she won't sue him, because this is scary that you're having to move. You got U.S. Marshals coming to your home. Your daughter can't even come to your home. Like, it's scary. You have a small child, and these powerful people that literally could do anything to you is over your head about your truth. Like, y'all, this is scary.
So it gets deeper. This story's gonna be all over. Listen, anxiety's out the fucking roof. This is my story, y'all. You'll get the fuck out of my life. Just like I was doing my reading. Y'all act like y'all know. I'm not gonna change my person for nobody or for nothing. You understand? I was at the club one night, y'all, and I think I was like 3 friends. And I'm talking about the night was a vibe. I'm talking about it was a cool last night. I'm out here where I'm at. And some nigga, when I'm leaving now, some nigga steps in front of me, short nigga, light skin nigga. And he was like, yo, you mad familiar? I said, no, I'm not familiar. I said, you don't know me. I'm not even from here. Where you from? I said, where you from? He said, I'm from Queens. I said, oh, shit, me too. He said, who are your people? I told him my people's last name, and then he just named all my motherfucking cheeks.
Yes, Tatiana, yes.
It was like, I felt like my whole spirit just I don't even know what y'all would call it, but I like to call it possessed, especially when I get angry. Because when I feel threatened or angry, it's like I change to a whole other person. Voice changes, gets deeper. Shit gets strong. Like, it's crazy. And I just turned up on this, and I'm like, yo. I said, and I got deep. I said, what? I said, what do you know? And then because as soon as he said that, let's go back. I'm sorry. As soon as he said all of their names, he gave me a hug. And he was like, yeah, you family. So I'm like, okay. Like, okay, nigga, you just hugged me. Look, first of all, y'all know me. I do not hang out with men. I don't like it. Listen, we're not doing it. But he hugged me. He's talking about we family. Okay, so now I just let you into my spirit just a little bit, okay? And before I left off, he was like, so you know Zoo. Zoo is who they call Kayne, where they stay at, whatever. I don't listen. But that's what they call him, Zoo. And as soon as this motherfucker said that, I turned the fuck up in the club. I was about to kill him. Because I already know the situation. I already know what's going on. Excuse me, in my throat chakra right now. But I already know what's going on. I already know death threats. I already know how they feel. I already know what they wanted to do. I already know what they're telling my family. I already know what my family's telling. Like, it's really deep, y'all. And so that shit had me alarmed. And my best friend, she knows about this.
Yeah, can you see how this young lady is shaking? You can tell she's upset. She's, now in her late 20s, dealing with this with her mother, going through this trauma, having to deal with never ending people talking. Now that she's put herself out there, people, are constantly going to come at her like, oh yeah, I know about you and your mom, woo, woo. Like, that's so sad. And I just want to see, like, come on, Nicki. Like, do Jada need to bring you to the red table? Because it's scary. This is almost like some R. Kelly shit. Even though it's not the same thing, but it's close to fucking enough. Like, you are trying to discredit what another woman went through. Now, if you want to say, I'm going to accept this man, even though he raped this woman, say that. But don't try to put money on this woman's head, make her change her story, or keep harassing her about her truth behind your bum ass man. You couldn't find no other man in the industry to fool with. You had to mess with this bum that you knew from back in the day. Y'all, this ain't right. Yeah, I guess it's just she's tired. I guess it's already out there, so I guess she's just tired, and her mom is just wanting people to have the awareness, because people, Nicki Minaj got the barbs, and they bow at her feet, and I think that she just wants to bring that awareness, like, Nicki ain't what y'all think. And I guess she's trying to bring it out as public as she can to try to stop Nicki from doing what she's doing. But at the same time, she's scared to take it legally. And again, I can't speak for her. She would have to come out and let us know, like, why is she taking these steps? Why is she going about it this way? Yeah. This is crazy, y'all.
Of course, she does, because her and my mom are close as well, like we're sisters. So my best friend, she was with me that night, and she went off, and she was like, "No, this is not what we're doing." Because people start throwing out their phones, like I just start going off in this nigga. And she said, "That's not what we're doing." She was like, "You already know the situation." To the point, my best friend knows that this is not what we need right now. We don't need that type of attention. We don't want that type of attention. But my spirit felt like I felt that, and I'm like, bro, how the fuck? Like, as soon as, like, why out of all people, I'm fucking 28. podcasting. It was scary and it made me feel threatened. I've witnessed motherfuckers coming to my house. I'm pulling up with my girl. I'm pulling up. And I'm witnessing a motherfucker putting 20 fucking bands cash on my mother's life. Trying to ask my mom to write a letter. 20 bands? Like, are you serious? My mom gonna write back? I was like, what the fuck is wrong with people, bro? I brought you to my house, and the first thing you're trying to do is get me to recant my story for this person. And it's the scariest thing because it's like it's such a powerful person. Like, you're such an influencer. You're such an influencer. So it's like, you offer my mom $100,000, but you wouldn't even
Facts, no. Facts.
Sure, you wouldn't even do a feature for $100,000. You understand? Like, that shit's like, it's scary. It's scary. It's deep. I feel like I shouldn't have to watch my motherfucking back when I'm walking, where I'm going, I'm always trying to be on myself. Nature bitch, but it's like, that shit's deep. I don't wish this on nobody else's family. I promise you that, but I just wish it wasn't. So I guess it's kind of contradicting myself. We had 2 or 3 different places, you know. 3 different places within the city that we live in. Because some way, somehow, it's just somebody knew where the fuck we were. That shit's deep. It got to the point where on my old Facebook, some lady hit me up talking about it was some random ass page, ratchet ass name, and that she knew my mom when the situation happened, or she helped my mom when the situation happened, and she said not to tell my mom not to recant her story, or it'd be really dangerous. Like, y'all, this shit is so deep. Marshall's coming to my fucking house, trying to protect my mom and shit. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is really going on? Because they heard word that somebody's trying to get her, like she's being harassed. Like, bro, this shit's deep. I don't want to live like this, y'all. I try to smile every day. I'm not deep with y'all. I come on here and I heal every day. I'm telling people that y'all can't live in negativity. I'm telling y'all that y'all gotta find the positive to the negative. This is like telling my mom to recant her story. This is like recanting my whole lifestyle right now. I've been contradicting myself all fucking week during healing because I haven't even been listening to none of that because it's so deep. I'm finding out I got family members who I adored. Motherfucking is out here on blogs dogging my mom. Like, are you serious? And then I mean, man, I think it's a thing where how do you go about this situation? How do you go about this situation? Especially if they have death threats over you, like watching every move. And because I'm such an influencer, all I want to do is grow. All I want to do is grow, but I can't grow because it is actually. I wish I had the right word. I hope I have these receipts. Somebody on my old Facebook sent me one of Nicki Minaj's #1 fucking fans. I'm talking about send me one of his pictures from his Twitter. One of his posts said, "When are we gonna find this woman or something?" Don't mark my fucking words, but it was along the lines of when they're gonna find my mother. And then Nicki she literally fucking retweeted that shit. Oh, I gotta find that shit. I gotta find that shit. I think the lady sent me both of the screenshots. That shit's scary. That's just scary, and it's like, are you serious? This is what y'all want to do? Y'all want to find her? And then you guys find them, and then what? And then what? This is exactly why victims don't come out. How many of y'all motherfuckers was molested? Huh? How many of y'all told? She could not run home and tell the foster family that she was raised with, so she had to run to the school office so something could get done right then and there. And then still got dragged about that shit later.
This is deep, y'all.
First time my mom been getting molested since she was 4 years old. 4.
Wow. Oh my God.
Same family, foster family that molested her, molested me. And molested my grandmother. Molested my uncles. Like, come on. But we're not even supposed to.
Oh my God.
Drag them, but what I'm saying is, who the fuck's gonna run? No, she ran to school, y'all. The fuck? But some things, every family mass that shit. Every family mass sexual fucking mishaps that happen. A lot of motherfuckers ain't out here talking about that shit. But for her to have to resurface, like, yo, she's been getting molested since she was 4 years old. And she's masked all of that, and then something publicly happens, and then now she feels like, damn, okay, she didn't even rebuttal nobody. She did not rebuttal anybody. All she did was watch the comments. All my mom did was watch the comments as people and their fucking opinions and their fucking conspiracy theories and what they
Y'all, this hurts me to my soul. And
the comments, but then it started coming out like, hey,
this is giving me goosebumps. Like, I'm shook.
Other family members, now they're fucking talking. Now it's too much going on. Now my mom has to speak up and tell her motherfuckers. So my mom waited 9 months, y'all, to make a motherfucking video about this shit. Maybe if we go public about it, maybe the death threats will stop. No, it's probably gonna get deeper. This motherfucking Nicki fan wrote that shit, and that's just scary because I know these super bars. Like, listen, I'm sorry, ladies, but one thing about it, it's like, bro, just let us be easy. Like, let us chill. I can't even walk in the house and hug my 5-year-old sister. I can't walk in the house and say hello, mom. I can't. That's just deep. You got bloggers dragging my mom just because they were able to speak to Nicki about the situation. Nicki lied about the situation. Like, it's deep. It's deep, and it's like, what food do you have?
Whoa, y'all. Let's talk about it. My God. So, we don't know why this woman is not suing Nicki or Kenny. My thoughts are just she's scared. She doesn't know the right steps to take or what to do. She was offered to be put in the witness protection program. However, she did not enter into the program because she would have to be away from all her family. When indeed her family is setting her up. And she sounds like one of those people that no matter what, she's going to be there for you, which is hindering her. It's hurting her. My thing is this is a full chain. Think about it. The young lady just said that her mother's been getting molested since she was 4 years old by her foster family. That's why she did not run home to the foster family. She told the school. Boom. The daughter mentioned that the foster family has molested her grandmother, has molested her. Like, goddamn, let's break these chains because this is crazy. And it's not any of their faults about what has happened to them, but they need to get rid of these foster families, these orphanages that ain't do a good background check on these motherfuckers because they ain't right. They not right. If I ever have a child, if God forbid anything happens to me, but that can't nobody else take care of my child. Can't nobody hold my child down because people do not have your child in their good interest. People do not. It be your own peoples that's near you. It be your friends and family members sometimes. Like, that shit is scary. Like, I damn near almost have tears in my eyes because this is so sad. And I can't believe Nicki, I don't know what she got going through her mind. I haven't sat down and talked to Nicki. She hasn't came out and talked about it. Like, but from what it sounds like is that she just wants this all to go away so she can live her happy fairy tale life. You don't have a fairy tale life, sis. You got a son now by a rapist. Now your son has to grow up and watch these videos on the internet about his father raping a woman and then trying to put money over her head. And God forbid something happens to that woman, y'all do something to her. Your son is going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. I'm going to be real. Nicki, she made her bed and now she got to lay her ass in it. That's what she got to do now. I pray that this woman and her daughter can find peace. I know they will never be able to get this traumatizing situation out of their head, but I hope that someone can be all these Black women that's on YouTube. I hope that are lawyers, educated, can try to reach out to them some type of way and help them take the proper steps on filing this in court. I really hope so because, the Barbs are vicious. I know they constantly, if they don't found out like her mother's information as far as mailing or any type of social media or the daughters, they are after them. That's what they do. Women, these Barbs, these women, these men, all of them that bow down to Nicki don't even freaking know them. But they attacking other people because they don't want them to talk bad about Nicki. And I promise you, I was a #1 Nicki Minaj fan, but I done stepped the fuck down now. got to step down because this is so disgusting. Nicki was so pressed to be with a Negro from her hood that she had to pick. I know she heard about that back in the day when she was still around the way. She had to. She had to. Come on now. You knew what he had going on back then when you was still around, before you was famous. Y'all done got back up together now that y'all grown. And now you want this to go away. It ain't going to go away. It happened. Period. Whew. I don't know where this story is going to go, y'all, because her mother came out with that story right at the end of November. She came out with that story in November, going public with it. And I want to say her daughter, that video, I don't even remember the date where that video was from. But I'm just going to keep this family in my prayers. I hope that they can find some type of peace. I hope Nicki can come to her senses and understand that this is not it. This is not where things are at. Because right now, shorty, you looking real, things not looking too good. And as you notice, I don't know if Nicki money real good, but only small bloggers are covering this story right now. It's no big tabloids covering this story. I have not yet to see any big bloggers busting this out on the internet. I have not seen this on the Shade Room, I don't believe. Have y'all seen it on the Shade Room? Because I haven't. I pray that this woman's story can come to light. I pray that Nicki will come to her senses and take her son and move on with her life, like she done already made that bed and she got to lay in it. And I pray that her son doesn't have to have a bad childhood because of what his father has done. Or mother, because his mother's playing a part in this situation now. If I was the mom, I would take my child and go underground. There's programs that would help her with that. Murmy Ma said that she has on payroll the big bloggers. Wow. That's crazy. See, and I think no, she doesn't want to do any of, because like I said, she they offered her the witness protection program, but she denied it because she didn't want to be away from her family. It's just all crazy. The woman is in a terrible, terrible situation. I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad for her because she's in a terrible situation. I don't know. I guess we just got to stay on standby and see what happens. And F those bloggers that won't cover this story because they on payroll with Nicki. You protecting her. That's just like how they was protecting R. Kelly. I don't respect it at all. Period. I don't respect it. Y'all can say what y'all like. Anyone that feels any type of way, but I don't respect it at all. Oh, no problem. I totally understand. Yeah, but y'all, that was all for me tonight. Um, I'm sorry that the end of the story had to take this twist, but it had to be said because I'm just like, whoa, this been getting covered. And when I saw, I was able to take a deep dive into what's actually happening. Yeah, I had to bust this out so people can have more awareness. But y'all, it's me, it's Mel with the Lip and Gap. It's Mel, the Lipstick Diva. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I will be back sometime this week with some more tea.